What up, folks? Welcome back to Ultrazilla Toys, and today I have a review of the Bandai Ultra action figure Ultraman RB. Alright, gang, back again with another figure in this Ultra action figure line, and this time we have the Ultraman RB from the new show. Now, spoilers, this is the combination of the rosso and blue together, and this is the third figure in this sub-series to come out in this line. And if you guys don't know what the line is, because, you might not, and I've featured them a few times already, this line is a cheaper version, like a more boys' toys. I'm not your boy toy. Anyway, version of like a figure arts line. You know, it's like the basic line they do with Kamen Rider and various other figures. So this is along those lines, and it's such a great line because they're super cheap. They're like under 20 bucks each, like 15 bucks, you know, like, or so. And, you know, you got a decent amount of articulation. The looks are really good. And it's a great way, and I'm just going to keep harping on this every time I review one of these, because I just want to let you guys know, like, it fits in with your figure arts, and it's a great way to build your ultras without breaking the bank completely on every figure art. You know, you could mix and match and get the figure arts you really like, you know, like... And of the ones you don't, maybe you get these if they're available. So, I don't know, that's my thought on that. Let's take a look at RB here, who's a really cool design. Now, real quick, I dropped this dude. I had shown him to Ultrazilla Jr. I was coming back down, and I was outside, and I dropped him, and he got scuffed right there on the black. And there's a little mark right there, paint mark, that I can't recall whether or not, you know, that was there when I opened the figure or not. So those might have been the two parts that got a little bit messed up. He has a little eye mess up there, but that's actually was there in package. So, yeah. So a couple of mess ups. Things to note about these figures: nothing going on in the back of the figures. You do have some screw holes, so you have to deal with that. If you can't deal with that, I got nothing for you. But these figures are just really good for, you know, fill out your displays. They look really cool. They do have quite a bit of paint on them, which is awesome. You can see it very evident here in the chest piece. The timer looks really good. These guys also don't come with any accessories. There's that. But the blue there looks great. The gold around looks really good. The red, the silver's painted well. The silver on his shoulder pads, and gold there is also painted well. You got silver on his gauntlets, which looks very nice on both sides. The hands are just in gray plastic. You do see that's like the base color of the figures. This weird, like, kind of pearlescent, not pearlescent, but like, I don't know, it's a weird gray plastic. Then the head sculpt is really, really nice. Again, I do have that little scratch on his eye, which is a bummer. But otherwise, you know, the eyes are white and they look fine. The mouth looks really good. And, you know, the rest of the helmet looks very nice. The gold looks really good. All the silver, the black, all painted well. You know, like the back, I really like these fins back here. You got another fin there going down his back. So the sculpt work is there in the back. They just don't paint the backs of these figures. Going down the sides here, this is all sculpted in, which is all nice, and then painted. And then paint here on the legs with the striping, the gold striping going down the front, the silver there. And the feet are just like a gold plastic, which looks nice, you know, really, really nice. These figures all have like a similar like base body. That's how they do these basic figures there. It's base body, and then they sculpt over it or paint over it or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's something too. But, you know, with Ultras, I think you can get away with that even more than like the Kamen Rider stuff, which is pretty cool. All right, so let's do articulation. Head is on a swivel only. Nothing in the waist, nothing in the chest. Hinge swivel at the shoulders. You do have a bicep swivel. You have a single jointed elbow, which works fine. swivel at the wrist. The hands are articulated, which is something you don't get in Figuarts, the Figuarts ones. So you got 2 sets of hinges there, which is very cool. Split, about full split there. Kicks about that much. Doesn't really go far back. Single jointed knee, and then the feet are on ball joints, so you do get some rocking action out of it. So obviously, you know, it's not like the greatest articulation, but you're gonna be able to do some stuff with him, and that is all I can ask for a super cheap figure. It's better than what we get on a lot of the Bandai America, like Power Rangers basic figures. You know what I'm saying? And they scale bigger, so I really like it, and I really like this one in particular. Out of the RBs, I think this one is super nice looking. Yeah, it's cool. One last thing that I want to mention before we do size comparisons, that's actually the thing I don't really like about this figure, is like he's kind of looking down, and I'm not sure why they sculpted it that way. But his neck can't, you know, he can only, unless it was put on wrong. You're going to see it when we do size comparisons, especially with the RB figures, the Rosso and Blue figures. Like, he is looking down, which, you know, you have to be a little more creative with your posing with that. So, just wanted to mention that. It's definitely a thing they did. Alright, kicking off the size comparisons with the RB figures. And you have Rosso and Blue. They combine into that dude. And that looks pretty good. That's really nice. I love the colors. You know, again, I love that they add paint to these, so you really get, you know, something really great for the price. And man, I can't stress filling out that shelf with Ultras. You know, there's a lot of them. This is a great line to fill in the blanks with. Here he is with 2 of the SH Figuarts Ultraman that I've been talking about. We got the G'd Royal Mega Master and the Ultraman Jack. As you can see, pretty good scale. He might be like just like half an inch, maybe a quarter inch taller, but these guys have like these really long like fins on their heads. So yeah, there's that. Oh, head. We have a head alert, head falling off alert. Yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing that happens. You'll see in the review for both of these guys. Heads. Heads. Here's with the manga Ultraman and Ultra 7. So you can see, obviously, still shorter than these guys, which kind of are the same size as the regular standard Ultra Axe. And a couple of other Japanese heroes with Redman and Tekkaman. A couple of US-based figures with the Marvel Legends Magic and the McFarlane Toys Cuddle Team Warrior from Fortnite. And let's end it with a couple of wacky fellers with SHF Twin Tail and the MMS anime Mecha Godzilla. Final thoughts, this is another great addition to the Ultra Action figure line by Bandai. Really dig it, you know, that's all I gotta say. It looks cool and it fits with my SHFs, and that's all I could want with some of these characters, you know, like I haven't really watched the RB show past the first episode, so you know, I don't want to go hog wild in the SHFs, you know, like I just don't, you know, there's a lot of characters that I'm just going to be getting from this line. I'm very happy that Bandai did this line because it just allows me to just, you know, mix and match the 2 lines and not go crazy and spend, you know, on every SHF. You know what I'm saying? I think it's so good to be able to do that. So good, guys. All right. That's my thought. This is a cool one. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Any questions you may have, leave them down below. And until next time, peace out, peeps.